Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute.
Ever since Donald Trump returned to office, global stock markets have witnessed a lot of volatility.
the office of President of the United States.
Mr. President!
Now there's a new buzzword on Wall Street, which refers to the president's on-again, off-again tariffs, taco trade. It stands for Trump always chickens out. Why? Because investors are starting to believe that Trump's hardline tariff threats are often rolled back or softened before full implementation. As a result, traders have begun to anticipate relief rallies rather than panic selling at the first sign of a trade war. The term was first coined by Robert Armstrong, a commentator at the Financial Times. The idea is that when Trump announces aggressive tariffs, markets dip. But rather than reacting with fear, traders wait for a reversal or delay in the policy. More often than not, they are rewarded when Trump walks back the threat, sending stocks soaring.
Reset with China.
Here's how it works. First, Trump drops a bombshell announcement, like the recent 50% tariff on European goods. This ends up rattling global markets and stocks drop sharply. But Trump later extends the deadline to allow for more negotiation. Then markets rebound because investor confidence returns. There are plenty of examples that prove that investors believe in the taco approach. On the 2nd of April, Trump announced that sweeping new tariffs will take effect on the 9th of April. But just hours after they were implemented, he announced a 90-day pause for all countries except China. The S&P 500, which had been teetering on bear market territory, posted its best day since October 2008. Trump hiked tariffs on Chinese goods to a staggering 145%, alarming stock markets. But within weeks, he scaled them back to 30%, sparking a relief rally in the markets. On the 24th of May, Trump threatened 50% tariffs on goods from European Union, saying there was no room to negotiate. 2 days later, after promising talks, he pushed the deadline to July 9th. This again sent US stock market sharply higher after the Memorial Day break. But the term hasn't gone down well with President Trump. He told reporters that taco trade misrepresents his approach.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, and then I chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country, and because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now. And I said, okay, I'll give you till July 9. I actually asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out?
Whatever the strategy at the White House, what's clear is that investors are becoming more comfortable with the Trump administration's pattern of initially setting high tariff rates that it later reduces.